It's a seller's market, if you will, for talent in Cincinnati, and your ability to find and hire great workers could determine whether 2018 is a great year for your company or not. On the Business Courier front page centerpiece this week, how to spark a career. In October, the Business Courier's first jobs gap report looked at specific strategies being used by some of Greater Cincinnati's best bosses to grab talent in a tight labor market. 3 months later, economic growth hasn't slowed. And thanks to federal tax reform legislation passed in December, companies in Cincinnati and across the nation are expected to put at least some of that savings back into their businesses. For many, that will mean hiring more workers. And if you're looking for that next great hire, you need to read this week's centerpiece. The Business Courier scoured the region in search of schools and training centers that are creating new workers in a wide range of industries. Business Courier editor Rob Dahlmeyer did the legwork on this one. He joins Business Watch producer Kelly Leon in the studio with more on what he found. Rob and Kelly.
Thanks, Peg. Rob, thanks for being here this morning.
Sure.
And you actually did the work on this one.
Well, no, that's actually not true. I as a good delegator, I spread it out to the staff.
You put it all together.
Sure,
you put it all together. And this is a big deal for you and your staff.
Yes.
Why is this such a big deal?
So we've committed to doing three big cover stories for a print edition on this jobs gap. This was the second one, as Peg mentioned what we did on the first one. We have another one coming up in April. It's a big deal because the #1 complaint we get from practically every CEO and president that we talk to every day is we can't find workers. It's a great problem to have in theory, but it's really bad. I mean, there is a super problem here with the lack of talent that's available.
And what are the greatest needs for our region?
Skilled workers, machinists, manufacturing jobs, construction, maybe construction is probably the #1 shortage. But any skilled labor, blue-collar jobs where you actually need to be trained up or have some expertise, that's where the problems come in.
And what the cover story this week is focused on is the fact that the ability to get that training is out there.
Absolutely. There are tons, and that's what we actually go through. There are tons of programs, career training centers, technical schools in Cincinnati, dozens of them, and we tried to find all of them that are doing exactly this, trying to take either high school kids all the way up to adults, middle-aged people, to get them slotted into these jobs that are out there waiting. And these are really good paying jobs with big companies, international, multinational companies looking for workers. Great careers, but it's just not happening.
And what are these resources, these folks who operate these resources, the schools and whatnot, what are they telling you?
They're telling us that, and we'll talk about this a bit later with our guest, that there's this thing called the mom factor. I mean, a lot of people brought that up, which is most moms, almost all moms, want their kids to go to college, which didn't used to be the case.
Yeah.
And it also it's not the case in a bunch of countries in Europe, for instance. In Germany, there's no stigma attached to being a blue-collar worker. In Germany, they make great money and they have great lives. There's a stigma here. Everybody's supposed to go to college, which is wrong, frankly.
Yeah.
And that's what this is all about.
All right, and as you said, later in the program, we're going to talk specifically about the mom factor.
Yep.
Make sure to get a copy of this print edition for all these resources.
Correct.
And we'll have more coming up later. For now, Peg, back to you.
All right, a lot of interest in that topic. Thanks, Rob and Kelly.